Now, Christmases are coming far too fast for some of us, actually, and if you've been racking your brains out trying to decide what to buy for the computer buff in your life, worry no more. We are here to help. John Coll has been looking at some of the choices. Now, John, what sort of things are in the shops this Christmas? And I'm not, of course, talking about rushing out spending thousands of pounds on computers.
No,
it's
lots,
the bits, isn't
lots
it?
of nice cheap things, good
Okay.
books, software. This is a really nice book, The First Computer Dictionary by Brian Samways. Ideal, nicely illustrated, clear, simple. Ideal for, I would have thought, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old.
38-year-olds, thank you, that's my Christmas present. Actually, I'm not kidding, that's going to be very useful.
It's nice.
Yep.
Another good book, I rather like this, online handbook. Loads of information about databases you want to dial up if you're a real techie, as Mac would
Lovely.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mac, that's for you.
Yeah. Oh, Mind Prober. Now, actually, this is cheating, really, because this is the book that accompanies a programme on the disc. I don't know if you can see the disc inside there. It's a programme which is a sort of personality test. It'll cause chaos in your family, I'm absolutely warning you. Computer asks you questions about somebody, you answer it, then the computer tells you what this person is like. Now, we fed Mac into this computer. Do you know what it said?
I hate to think.
On this programme, rather. It declared him to be efficient, bossy, sophisticated and irresistible.
Well done. Absolutely correct.
It got it spot on, didn't
Bar
it,
the
Mac?
last
Anyway,
bit.
but this seriously, it's fun only. Could
Load of rubbish.
ruin your
I mean, it's
Christmas.
marvellous.
Ruin your
Right.
Christmas.
Excellent book here, Robots. This is in the Usborne style, and it really is a carpenter's guide to how to make a robot.
Nice illustrations.
Beautiful illustrations.
What sort of age group, quickly? are we
Oh,
aiming at
7,
there?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus dads.
Yeah.
And there's software deep down here, listings and so on in the back. That's quite fun.
Okay, and I mean, you get a lot of book for your money in these two, don't you? The complete Commodore 64 and the complete Spectrum.
Right,
A lot of
real
book.
good techie stuff.
Excellent. Now, how about annual subscription to your favourite technical magazine?
Well,
Good idea?
that would be really nice. If someone's going to give me a subscription, I'll be very happy to accept a subscription to Byte. Good mag, every month, really nice.
Now, the obvious thing to buy for Christmas presents is software. But it is a bit of a minefield, isn't it? Unless you know which computer you're buying for.
Yes.
Having said that, and you know, what can you recommend?
OK, well, let's have a look at 3 really good selling ones at the moment. There's Elite on the BBC Micro, and I must admit I got vaguely addicted to that. It's really rather nice. There's Knight's Law on the Spectrum, and 3D Chess on the QL, and the graphics on that really are almost unbelievable.
It's even from here, actually, you can see
Quite
they're
something.
nice and clear. Very
Lovely.
nice.
And we've got a couple here. This is Chiller for the Commodore 64, which is retailing $1.99, I gather, one of the cheapest. And Ghostbusters for the Commodore 64. That comes out beautifully. It's the bestseller of the Commodore 64 range and coincides with the launch of the film today. That's really nice. But just look at this one.
Now, what's so special about this one?
Well, this one's for the BBC Micro, and I'm kidding you not. It's published by British Telecom, and it is called The Hacker. And I guess that it must be a self-instructional course for people who... What? No, it can't be.
Very peculiar logo on it. Well, anyway,
It
yes.
genuinely is British Telecom.
They
Marvellous.
deserve what they got, really, didn't they?
So be it.
Well, we've been talking about really the low end of the market,
Yes.
but price-wise, that is. What about if we're going to lash out?
Right, a couple
What do I
of more
fancy?
expensive items up here.
Well, I'll tell you what I fancy, actually.
Go on, then.
A Simmons drum kit, but I can't afford it.
Yes.
Since I can't, for about £200, is it?
£200.
I would like the music
Right,
synthesizer.
listen to this. We've got the output of this Acorn product recorded. It's pretty good, isn't it? That
That's
plugs
lovely.
straight into a Beeb Micro and is programmed on the BBC keyboard. £200, quite nice.
Very nice for the music enthusiast,
Yes.
presumably.
Now tell me about your weakness, because I know you have a particular thing that you...
Well, no, before I was going to ask you, actually, what
Go on,
I could buy you. Isn't that
What you can
generous?
buy me? Oh, well,
yes,
all right, if
supposing
you're
I
gonna
was
do
very,
that.
very rich, for instance.
No problems, absolutely no problems.
It's like real Christmas, actually. It's lovely.
Well, I'm going to take this one away with me. I've got one already, but I'll have another one. This is a Penman plotter, and it's not only a plotter, it's a sort of robot device, which we've seen on this programme a number of times before, but it can drive around and draw some really excellently detailed prints in 3 colours.
Is that compatible with all
It's
micros,
compatible with the
or?
Beeb and Apple and IBM. Special offer till Christmas, under 200.
Right.
That is very, very nice.
Under 200.
Just, well,
Right.
you get a penny.
Well, look, I tell you what, I can't quite run to that, so I'm going to give you for Christmas something
Yes.
that I already have one of myself.
Yes, I think
It's
I'll
a
take
micro
it.
kit bag. It costs around £16. Seriously, I've carted my BBC around into work and things in it, and it is well designed. It's padded. It's nice and easy to hold.
Yes.
£16.
Pockets the lot.
Pockets
Thank
the
you
lot.
very much. I'll take that out
Happy
with me if I can get away with it.
Christmas. Well, that's all we've got time for, actually. These will have to wait till next year's Christmas. That's all we've got time for, in fact, this year, because our next programme is on Friday, January the 11th, 1985.
Well, I'm still admiring my creation here.
You're the only one who will.
Well, if anybody would like to employ me as a Christmas card designer, you can write to me at the BBC. Well, thank you very much for watching. Have a good Christmas. Happy New Year. But just before we go, I thought, Leslie, you deserve a little present for all that you've done for us. This is a three-dimensional, full-colour, super silent microcomputer. And you can also use it as a terminal.
And now, if you've often wondered what Santa looks like in his shirt sleeves, here he is, John Coll, together with a huge selection of prezzies. Right, a lot to get through here. John, where should we start?
Right, this is a piece of speech synthesis software for the BBC Micro. We'll come to those in a moment.
Right.
This you just load into this computer, the BBC, and then you can type a file, a word process file, and it will actually speak it out of the loudspeaker without having any special chip in the machine.
And just £10.
Yes,
really
good
Actually,
value.
we've got a tape of that speaking, so let's see what you think of it. There's that tongue twister that we used earlier in the scene. Oh, thank you kindly. Well, I think you can make it out, and mind the buzzing. Now, this is a word processor program. It's from Mastertronic. It costs about £15, and it's for the Commodore 64 or the 128. It's a very simple one, but apparently it's quite adequate for its purposes. Not bad at 15 quid.
This is one of the best-selling hardware add-ons this year. It's the AMX mouse, and you can get this for the BBC computer, the Amstrad or the Spectrum, in a price about £70 to £90. But to capitalise on that a bit and give you some extra facilities, AMX... Be quiet, cats. AMX have brought out another thing called PageMaker, and that enables you to take bits of text and move them around and generate something that looks like a newspaper. It's very much like the Macintosh software, but this one only costs £50, available for the BBC Micro.
But you do need the mouse.
You do.
Well, that's what's getting the cats excited. We'll come to you in a minute. Right, books. There are some super books here. These are great. I do like the Usborne series. They're very cheap. They're very good. They're written for children, in fact, but there's a lot of good information in there. This one starts off explaining what a word processor is all about, lots of cartoons, but by the end there's actually a whole shopper's guide to commercial word processors.
There's a whole range of these books on different topics, and they're targeted not only at very young people, but also people who really know what they want to do, and really been edited in a very professional way. I strongly recommend those.
First rate.
Yeah. Another book, Practical Hardware Projects by Joe Telford for £9. If you want to get your soldering iron out and build things, that's really quite interesting. Artificial intelligence is really one of the buzzwords these days, and this book shows the basics of it in both senses of the word, the basic language and the fundamentals. Quite interesting. We've got a bit of not very artificial intelligence here. Just look at this thing, isn't it? Quite stunning. It looks around to find out where it is, and go on, move, that's it, and we're off.
Excellent. Artificial idiocy, but I think I can top it with this dog here. Come on, Pooch. Look at that. See, right. It does everything you tell him.
Now, let me put the dog amongst the cats and show you what's been making all this noise down here. Come on your marks. That's right, and we're off. And to add to that, we have the formation dancing team, or should I say the synchronised swimmers, which are undoubtedly near one. Oh, nice one. Got his area.
They were synchronised. If you wanted a setup like this at home, John, how much is it going to cost you?
Well, the robots are snip at about £170, without skull caps for the swimming. The big cat, about £70, and the little cats, about £50. Clearly essential.
Well, the dog likes it. Of course, if you don't like that kind of din, what about making your own din with this thing, which I demonstrated earlier in the series, the Spectrum unit for the Spectrum computer. Very good value at £30, and they've just released a new kit of Latin American sounds.
Can you give us a sample of the,
excellent.
The music on there? I believe you're rather good. Fantastic. All right. Now, this is something for people like me who are completely incapable of playing these complex video games. No coordination. You plug it into either an Electron, Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore 64 or BBC, and then turn this knob down and the game slows right down. So you can actually get the machines and actually hit the things.
Bit of an odd thing to want to do, though, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose so, but Max seems to have been doing rather well. He's got a high score of 101 credits on Elite.
Starting with 100, of course. So you can play it at normal speed, but you can actually crank the speed down. Oh, I think he's been zapped.
Come on, own up, Mac. That's been set up all afternoon.
I zapped them.
Tough luck, Mac. Well, that, of course, was Elite, which is a very good game, I'm told. I haven't been hooked myself, but that is a version for the Spectrum, just released at $14.95. And if you've got that sort of money to spend, well, what about this? Also for the Spectrum, it's Lord of the Rings from the same people that brought you The Hobbit. However, this one, $15.95, you get 2 tapes and the book Fellowship of the Rings, not the Wrongs, which is described on the back as the ultimate hint book. I don't know if Tolkien would have liked that, but there you go.
Slightly smaller hints here. These little hints are only £1.99 a shot for the cassette. There's some really cheap game software available for a whole range of machines and very, very good. this is bringing the software down to the price where kids can save up for a couple of weeks and buy some stuff. It's good.
$1.99 from Mastertronic. And to give you an idea of the kind of value you get, here's a game being played. It's called The Last V8. It's not playing at the moment, it's in demo mode. There we go. We've had to put it in demo mode because nobody here could master it. We've all got two shaky hands, including the cameraman. Actually, this seems to be the year of the race game. We've got another one here, which is 3D Grand Prix for the Amstrad, which Leslie is getting absolutely first rate at. £9.95. She's crashed.